trying to fill this out. Yeah, fine, show me. Oh, wow, that does look bomb.
Hella good, right?
Yeah.
What if we have a food club on campus?
We could start one. Clubs on campus, we can start posting flyers about foodies.
That's so true.
We can recruit foodies.
Yeah, how do we start a club though?
That's a good question. We could go to student life upstairs to do that.
At the center of student life, you can ask some questions, get your student ID, get some free snacks, and more.
Is this a center for student life?
Yes, how can I help you?
Oh, I heard we could come here to learn more information about starting a club.
Yes. That would be our supervisor, Ryan. Ryan, can you help them?
Yeah, hi guys, come on in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come have a seat. I overheard that you guys wanted to start a club. Actually, it's really an easy process. All you have to know about is most of the paperwork online found on our website. And let me just show you some of the forms I pulled up here. Once you go to our official Skyline College website, go ahead and click on the search bar option and type in student clubs. And there you'll be brought to this page in which student clubs is the first result. Here at this page for SOCC or student clubs, you'll find everything you need to know about all the different student clubs, including a listing of all the clubs that already exist, how to make a funding request from either SOCC or ASSC, things like old SOCC agendas and minutes. But the area you'll want to go to start a club is resources. And resources has a ton of information and also files that you can download. But really, you're going to want to go here, which is the club handbook, the club roster, the advisor contract, trust account form, and meeting minutes. Of these 5 items, 3 need to be turned in, which are the club roster, the advisor contract, and the trust account form. Let's go ahead and look at the club handbook, though. This is an updated manual and a guide that was created a few years back, but has been updated since 2023 to reflect all the recent SOCC, organizational, and club guidelines. There are 19 pages of information, resources, all about why certain policies are in place, why they're important, what the rules are, what the guidelines are, what can and can't be done, etc. The club roster is the first item that you'll want to get started on in order to start a club. In this case, you're going to start a foodie club. So you would put the club or organization's proposed name here. An advisor is a staff or faculty member on Skyline campus that would be full-time and permanent. So in this case, Alan Ocampo would make a great full-time staff advisor. So you put Alan's name there. And if you know his information, you'd ask him for it. But if you know it, you can add it in. If he has a phone number on campus, go ahead and add that as well. The officers that we definitely need are a president. So in this case, it would be Sarah. And Sarah would put her email here and her phone number. We also need a financial person or a treasurer. And in this case, Jonathan would take that place. We also put his information here. You can always add other positions for your club, such as a secretary, a vice president, so on and so forth. You can always add them in, but the main people we need are a president, which is someone who makes decisions for all the clubs, and also a treasurer, someone who runs the financial end. We also would need to know when your proposed meeting information, meaning your time, date, and location of where you meet. In this case, it'd be, for example, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Every Monday in room 6210. Once you have this information, you can go ahead and add all the members here. And for Skyline College, you need at least 5. Make sure you're downloading this file as a fillable PDF and not filling it out here, unless you're going to print it straight from the desktop. Otherwise, it's good to keep a signed file on copy. And finally, you scroll down, the club rep for SOCC or the treasurer would sign there. the president would sign here, and then your advisor signs here. Make sure to date it and turn it in to us so we can have our vice president of ASSC sign off to approve. The next form is the advisor contract. Again, like we mentioned, every advisor needs to be full-time permanent here at Skyline College. Of course, you can have an adjunct faculty, part-time counselor, or a part-time working staff or faculty, but they can be listed as a co-advisor, not as the main advisor. So you go ahead and add this information, or you can simply give it to your advisor, in which they then would agree to each box here. Policies and procedures, supervision, etc. And then they would go ahead and sign it here. After all these are filled out, you would turn this into us at the same time as the club roster, again for our vice president of ASSC to sign off on. Last but not least, the trust account form. As I mentioned earlier, you need at least a president of your club who would be here. The treasurer or the financial officer would be here. And either of those persons can be the SOCC rep. The SOCC rep just means the person that will go to SOCC meetings on select Wednesdays every month from 2 to 4. And of course, your advisor as well. Then you would go ahead and add your purpose, which is something like to fundraise for food events, etc. And then you go ahead and just turn it in after you filled out all the blue area, because the white is for our office, student life. And again, the vice president of ASSC to approve and sign off on. The other item in the starting a club resources are the meeting minutes form. You don't need to submit this right away, but when your club meets as the foodie club, for example, it's good to give this to a secretary or an officer who would take minutes, meaning they would then keep track of everything that's going on for the club meeting. And what you'll want to show here is if you're voting on any finances, especially. Other than that, you're all good to go. That was pretty much all the information. Did you guys have any questions?
No, I think that about covers it.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
was really
well,
thorough.
here's my card. If you have any questions while you're filling out the forms, and make sure to email me the forms.